Oh boy, this will ruffle some jimmies. But bear with me because this was done to make a point, and I hope orgs can learn from this and people stop throwing out the stream sniping allegations. I easily infiltrated an XGR event. All I had to do was complete 2 Google forms and be there on the day. Aside from the 2 Google forms, I didn't have to speak to anyone. There was no vetting, and this opened up an opportunity to help orgs learn from the mistakes of others. Regardless of how you feel about it, infiltration is an intended gameplay loop. You can see here it's on the Star Citizen fandom, and there's an infiltration badge on the RSI website for orgs. Not only that, but here's CIG's comments on it. I've had a chance to chat with Silo and begin discussion with him and several devs regarding gameplay practices revolving around piracy and espionage, specifically things like ransoming, impersonation, disinformation, and infiltration. These remain core, accepted gameplay mechanics that players are free to engage in.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Fuck you. I'm a med runner. I don't need to listen to you.
I heard med runners rob people.
No comment.
On the day, I jumped in their voice channel, waited for a party invite, and then waited for the party launch into the game. It took about 15 minutes past the event start time to get into game, which gave Griefernet more than enough time to gather their people, and XGR decided to leave the server when people got blown up. There was absolutely no security other than the station. This event, like many others, was promoted by CIG and told people exactly where and when it would be. But to their credit, and to the best of my knowledge, they haven't been crying about it. They simply changed servers and the event was postponed. Now I just want to explain my motivations for doing this. I see people crying stream sniping all too often because they either don't take a second to think about easier avenues to crash an event, or they want to weaponize the support system to get people banned. All too often people want to play the victim because their gameplay has been ruined and they feel personally attacked, believing their way of playing is more important than others, without realizing this is a PvP game. In some people's mind, it's okay when an NPC attacks them, but if a player does the same thing, they throw their arms up in the air and spit out excuses and attempt to get them banned. Not only that, but streamers often feel a sense of entitlement and want to protect their content. But streamers are broadcasting their location and essentially putting a gold marker on their heads. In my opinion, stream sniping rules should be thrown away. All too often they're being abused, and we've all heard stories about how someone has killed a streamer for the streamer to claim stream sniping and the other person has been banned. It's an abuse of the support system and only reinforces the streamer's false belief that they're important and they should be protected. Now I'm not saying all streamers are contributing to this problem. There are many out there that accept the risks associated with streaming and they take it on the chin when things happen.
He's 100% stream sniping. You are going to get timed out, okay? You need to learn a lesson here. You're gonna take a 10-minute break. Don't ever say stuff like that. I have a bounty on my head. He is not stream sniping. He has a marker of where I am and can fly directly to me. Okay? Take a 10-minute break. Don't make claims like that in chat, please. Yeah, that was totally fine by the player. We're not mad at the player. We're mad at the game. Be mad at the game, not the player. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yo, Stranger Danger, good kill, dude. Yo, people were calling you stream sniper and shit. It was so cringe.
But it's not limited to streamers. I've seen other players do exactly the same thing. I've been called all manners of things when they get blown up, but they need to realise what kind of game they're playing. If they want a game with no risk, play something like Stardew Valley or Starfield when it releases. I think many people should reevaluate their choices and think clearly about what they're going to do. If you're going to trade or mine, take an escort and have someone watch your back instead of running to CIG when it doesn't go your way. Accept the risks and take it as a learning point for future activities. Because one group of players isn't going to change what they do, they just laugh at you and will use that as motivation to keep doing it. Be gracious in victory and defeat. Don't be toxic.